So Disney has to give it away. It looks like Disney is planning on, or at least there's a rumor that Disney is planning on releasing a 24/7 live streaming channel or channels to compete with Tubi, Roku, and all these other services. So basically, Disney is going to become the Disney Channel again. Just, it's like if we took the long way around. Like, what the hell?
But Disney Channel you still had to pay for. It wasn't free. Like, they're trying to offer free tier to get people to watch, because a lot of people, when you have them cost, it's a barrier to entry. So YouTube's kicking their ass.
Yeah. So I mean, there is a barrier to entry in the fact that you have to pay your internet.
Well, yes,
bill, right?
But I'm just saying there is. But I'm just saying it's like they were offering a free tier. So like you're paying for it. Like Disney Channel, you still had to pay for it with your cable or whatever. This one, they're basically including it as YouTube does with their channels, because YouTube's dominating television.
And then we're going to talk about the Roku Tubi situation too, because that's awkward to say, but Fox is buying Roku. So Roku and Tubi will probably eventually merge at some point. And they said that actually accounts for a large portion of television viewership. I know I've said before that I mostly watch Roku TV. I mean, it's nice. You just turn the TV on and there's more stuff on there than you can ever possibly watch. And I think a lot of people are like, you know what? Why are we paying for Disney Plus when I only watch a couple things here and there? We can just find something else to watch on TV. So they're going to be there too. But like I said, it reminds me of the ad-supported Disney channel. So they'll probably have like a Toon Disney. They'll probably have like a Marvel Disney. They already have a Simpsons channel. So again, what is the point of Disney Plus then, other than I guess you're paying for the original shows?
I don't know. I mean, I just don't I don't understand the point there. I just think that this is them just desperately trying to stay relevant as everybody kicks their ass.
So let's talk about Disney getting their asses kicked. Before we get into it any further, please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants. Guys, you get woohoo if you do.
Woo.
If you'd like more Clownfish TV, go out to more.clownfishtv.com. That's more.clownfishtv.com for more podcasts and episodes you will not find here on YouTube. Also, if you want to listen to the audio version of us, iTunes, iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, Spotify, wherever you listen to podcasts. So thank you very much for that. So this is our daily dose of Dismal Disney. We're actually going to have 2 doses of Dismal Disney today, and we haven't done this in a while because I'm going to be honest, most people don't care about Disney. They really don't. Like, our Disney videos are some of the worst performing videos we do now. They used to be like the biggest ones, and we could see people's interest in Disney just kind of drop off a cliff over the last 5 or 6 years.
Can't say I blame them.
Yeah, I mean, the way the company has been going is crazy. But so Polygon's got it. Business Insider has it. We'll go with the Business Insider version first here. Disney is exploring adding a free tier to Disney Plus as YouTube draws TV viewers. They're exploring making some of its streaming content available at an unbeatable price free. The Mouse House is discussing making some content accessible on Disney Plus without a paywall, according to 2 people. 2 people familiar with the matter.
2 people. So that's all rumor, but it makes sense.
It makes sense. We'll talk more about the whole Tubi situation and all that. People now are like, we went from the Netflix subscription model, and Netflix has problems too. We're going to talk about that later. But we went from that to, you know what? We can get all this TV for free. So why are we paying $20 a month for this, $10 a month for that? You know, people
are cutting the cord again.
Yeah,
they're basically cutting all the cords.
Yeah, they're cutting the cord again. So it's like we cut the cord to get away from cable, because the cable and the DirecTV bills had skyrocketed, went over to Hulu. Like, between Hulu and YouTube, our kids had plenty to watch. We had plenty to watch, and it was like $30 a month compared to $130 a month. And now we're right back to where we started from with like umpteen different subscriptions. I think people are overwhelmed too, because they're like, wait, I have to subscribe to this channel for this show, and this show's on this channel, and I got to subscribe to that. I think they just missed the way TV used to work, where you just flip through the channels and you found something to watch. So product and tech chief Adam Smith spoke out about enabling the free tier content during a streaming town hall on Thursday. One staffer said Smith didn't share a timeline for this initiative or a sense of the scope. The person familiar with Disney's streaming strategy said these talks are part of an ongoing discussion about concepts to better serve fans. Now, it's about ad revenue, which is it's worth more to them now, I think, than the subscriptions.
Well, here's the thing: they want to better serve fans, but they're trying to copy like, what Tubi's doing and YouTube and things like that. And I get it as far as the not having to pay for it, but if you want content that people are watching like YouTube, then you need to offer them content like people are watching on YouTube, and that's not the same thing. Just making it free isn't the same thing.
Well, so now they're talking, they want to do verticals and all this other crap too. So it's like everything is just getting in shitified. So they said free streaming services like YouTube have become popular with audiences generating significant growth in viewership shares based on Nielsen data. The three largest free streamers accounted for 18% of watch time on US TVs, up from 16% a year earlier and 12% in April of 2024. They said as paid streamers raise their prices, consumers have increasingly sought out free content on YouTube and on ad-supported services like Tubi and Roku.
That's what I'm saying, yes.
Right. So this is, again, to try to make sense of where I'm coming from with the Disney Channel. For those of us who are old enough to remember when it first launched, it was a premium channel. You had to pay extra for the Disney Channel. It's just like HBO, just like Showtime. And then they got to a point where they're like, you know what? Screw it. We're giving it away. It comes
they
with
weren't giving it away.
Well, it comes with your cable bundle. It's basically.
But this is why they got in trouble. They weren't giving away. What they were doing was they were making channels that were required in this bundle for carriage agreements and stuff to carry it. And so what they were doing was they kept piling more on, and you weren't allowed to like pick the channels that people wanted to watch. You had to take like the Disney Channel with it. You weren't allowed to. So you were still paying for it.
Right, but what this tells me, and people, they will be paying for it because they're gonna have to sit through ads. What this tells me,
exactly
though,
what you're gonna do. Yes.
Yeah. So what this tells me, and they're probably gonna sell your data too.
But the thing is, I don't understand why they're doing this because they already make you sit through ads and ad supported Disney Plus.
Don't you see how this is working out though? Like we start out like, oh, we're gonna just do a service, people are gonna pay for it. Oh, okay, well, we're gonna give people a paid option, and then we're gonna give them an ad version for a little bit less. Okay, now we're just gonna dump our shit on TV for free. So they're either making way more money on advertising, which is very possible, or Disney Plus is kind of floundering. I think they've hit the ceiling on the number of viewers they can get, and I think they're looking at the long term. Or I wonder how many people are canceling because they're not reporting the numbers anymore on Disney Plus.
Well, I think people are canceling. I think that people are cutting the cord again because it's getting too expensive. And so that's what I think is going on.
And that's exactly what happened with Disney Channel. If I remember correctly, Disney Channel started out really strong. People paid for it. They used to give you like free previews for it. That was always exciting. Like, oh boy, the cable box will be unscrambled for like 3 days and I can watch Tron and Pete's Dragon 10 times. But then there weren't enough people subscribing to it, so they had to go ad supported. And then that's kind of when it really blew up when it went free. But then they could use it as an advertisement for their theme parks and their movies and all this shit. So they're looking probably the big picture, like, yeah, we just need more people. We just need more people to watch this stuff, and they're not paying for it, and they're not reporting the numbers. They said a free tier could help Disney Plus stand out among paid streamers. Apple TV and Paramount lets users sample some full episodes, but paid streaming services generally don't have robust free offerings. Paramount owns Pluto, though, which does have a bunch of free stuff.
Netflix is considering this too. So doesn't that make you just one of the same?
Yes. So
it's not making you stand out at all. The people have already been doing it longer, doing it better. It doesn't make you stand out at all.
And I love how they're just like, Netflix is planning always on live TV channels. Oh my God, guys. Like this is what blows my mind. Netflix is destroying linear television. Oh my God, guys. Everybody wants their TV on demand. Disney is coming in. They're like, screw the Disney Channel. Everything's going to Disney Plus. Everything is TV on demand. But people want TV again. they just want to watch TV. So now we're going right back to where, what I'm saying? Like none of this makes sense. Like we basically took a 5 or 6 year detour to get right back to where we were at before. And now they're like, linear TV is dead. Linear TV is dead. You know what's going to save us? Linear TV.
I know. That's what doesn't make any sense. It's like, I'm not getting what their thought process is. The thing I think that makes sense is they're kicking our ass because they're giving free. So if we give free, we'll win. And I don't think that's going to work the way you think it is.
No, I think the only way they can make the money up in the advertising, which might be the plan. But I think since they're not reporting those Disney Plus numbers, I think we have a lot of people canceling Disney Plus behind the scenes. They know they've topped out. Like, you're not going to be able to get any more blood out of that stone. So the only place you can get more users to go to people and say, look at all the eyeballs we get, is just give it away.
Mm-hmm. That's something I can think of too, because it makes no sense otherwise. You're not making, pushing new boundaries. You're not, we're zigging and everybody else is zagging, because that's not true. You're just doing it because you think it's going to get you something, or you can you can tell investors that we're going to make more off this because more ads, more subscribers.
And they might actually make more.
It's also true. They might, yes.
But it's so weird. Like everything is like in backwards land now. So for the longest time, like digital journalism. Okay, so journalism used to be you had to pay for the newspaper, you had to pay for magazines, right? You had to pay for CNN, whatever. And then here comes digital journalism. It was ad supported. People could read all the news they wanted to read for free. And then that whole ecosystem collapsed. Now they're going back to subscriptions again. It's like, what the hell is going? Like, does anybody know what they're doing?
Do you ever hear about spaghetti against the wall? It's done because the spaghetti against the wall, see if it sticks. That's what they're doing. They're just throwing spaghetti against the wall.
Yes.
To try to find a way. So that just tells me, and since they're all scrambling, it's all coming into the news today. This just tells me that if these discussions are happening, which I think they are, then they're all freaking out because they're not making the money they think they should be making.
Yeah, that's because what happens when you get to a place, and we said this was going to happen with Disney and with Netflix especially, they keep raising their prices. Every time they raise their prices, people cancel. You get to a point where you're not going to get any more new subscribers. And they were doing everything they could do to boost those subscriber numbers. They're like, hey, we'll basically give it away in India because India's got a lot of people. We'll give it away over there and that'll boost our numbers. And then they're like, you know what? We're just going to stop reporting numbers. I'm like, oh, okay. So it's kind of like the kid hiding the report card from their parents. Mm-hmm. Trust me, Mom, I'm getting straight A's.
Yeah, I say so. Investors, we don't show you the numbers. Just trust us, bro.
Right. So, yeah, I think it's not looking too good for them. And this is the only place they can go. And they got to justify the expense on some of these shows. But they're saying Netflix is concerned the same thing. They want to compete with Pluto and Tubi. And so Pluto is basically going to be like Paramount's free thing. And then Tubi and Roku or whatever they're going to call it, Roku, whatever. What are they going to call it once Fox buys it? That's going to be like Fox's. And it's just having like three big cable networks all over again. It's just, it's crazy.
So now they're racing each other to the bottom with free stuff. So
yeah,
they're all just, I think at the end of the day, they're all just trying to beat YouTube, but they're not going to beat YouTube because YouTube, as long as YouTube doesn't blow it up, has the content that people want, which is, different individual creators.
Yeah. Disney and Hollywood peers are looking to boost engagement by embracing short form video. We all want to be TikTok and micro dramas, which was that QB or whatever that stupid thing was.
Yeah, what was that?
Quibi, whatever the hell it was. It was like 10 minutes. And I see these all the time. They're advertised on YouTube all the time. They have like podcasts with these really bad AI, like young adult novel things. It's like my girlfriend's a werewolf and my brother's a vampire.
I hate those. They keep popping up. It's like,
and they're fighting and shit, and there's school bullies, and it's just like here's just some word salad. Hey, Chat GPT, write me a script. Okay, cool. Now we're gonna have the robo voice do it, and then we'll also use something to make some video to go with it. And it's like scene to scene, everything looks different, and it's really bad. And it's not even good AI. It's like really sloppy shit, but apparently people are watching it. So we're in the wrong business, man. But yeah, they're all doing it. They're adding 3 to 20 minute videos from publishers like BuzzFeed. That's on Netflix. Condé Nast Hearst. Oh my God. They're getting into video podcasts now. We talked about that yesterday. The mainstream media wants to get into live streaming and all this shit. And it's like, just stop. Just stop. But, Polygon has it. Yeah, potential free plan for Disney Plus would respond to similar plans from a number of competing streaming services. And they saw Roku got sold for $22 billion, which is crazy. I don't know.
How much they paid for Roku?
Yeah, $22 billion.
But that's not kind of the TV division too. Like does that include the TV?
No, that's the whole. Well,
because that's what I'm saying. They have a whole industry outside of just the streaming.
Yeah, so they don't actually manufacture. They manufacture the boxes, I think, or at least they did. They started out like back in the day before they had anything on Roku. Roku was a company that made streaming boxes, and you would stream your YouTube and whatever else. And they had these really hokey, like public access channels that people would throw on there.
Right.
Love PUBG Hub, by the way. We still watch PUBG Hub.
PUBG Hub, I forgot about that.
PUBG Hub, yeah, it was all the public domain stuff. It's really
All about that, yeah.
like really low rent, but they've got all this really cool stuff on there. But yeah, $22 billion because they're buying you. They're buying you, the viewer. That's what they're buying.
Supported by viewers like you.
Supported by, yeah. So they'll probably find a way. They'll probably be like, hey, we can sell the data. We can do the whatever. We get people in there for free. Loss leader. You know, we get them hooked on Wonder Man here, and then they'll watch, Wonder Man season 2. They'll pay for it. That's probably what they're thinking.
That's gonna happen, but yeah.
There we go, guys. Disney has to give it away. So what do you think? Leave a comment. We're gonna wrap it up.
Yep.
Please subscribe. We'll talk later.
Bye.